through the questions too as they pop up.
It's live.
We
Don't
are
talk.
live. Welcome back to
Let's
the episode of Ball Don't Lie, sponsored by Bet Karma. We are missing our host today, so it'll just be myself, Slam the Bookie, and we beat the spread. What's up, boys?
What's up,
what up?
Ed?
What up, man?
Yeah, so we got a lot to get into today, guys. Recording a little bit later than usual. We're a little backed up getting this thing going, but finally got it going. We got a big slate tonight, boys. Let's go over how we did last night. Ben, we'll start with you. We beat the spread. We'll start with you here with a little recap on how your two picks went yesterday.
Yeah, so my main play I actually tweeted out was a max play for Boston College first half -3. That one did come through. I think they were up by 6 at half. And then I also posted -5.5 full game. They also covered that. That one did well. They did exactly what I thought. USF struggled offensively. That's kind of what I expected. They haven't shown me they can do anything yet. Other play was Central Michigan, Kentucky over 147. That one was kind of a heartbreaker, not in the sense that I think it went short by 6 points. But the first half was I think it was 78 points or 76. So they were definitely on pace to go over. Sadly, Kentucky let up a little bit. Central Michigan was cold in the start of the second half. They kind of heated up at the end, and they went just short of it. So that one did miss, but went 1-1, and that brings me to 5-2 since the first episode on the show now. So pretty good so far.
Slam, how did you do yesterday with your show picks? I think you're muted, buddy.
Hello, I'm right here. All right, boys. Good job, Handy or Ben or beat the spread. Yeah, man, I went 1-1 yesterday. I gave out Virginia. That was my favorite play yesterday. It was unfortunate. They made a huge comeback the second half. They played well defensively. Iowa just they couldn't stop making threes. But it was a heartbreaker at the end. I would say Murray, if he didn't miss that free throw, would have made it maybe a 3-point game or a 2-point game. Probably could have won, but he missed the free throw, and Iowa got back and made that game-winning shot. I don't know why Virginia didn't call a timeout, but
Yeah, dude, that was a crazy game.
Yeah,
Chris, does that equal a bad beat? What do we think about it?
I'm gonna have to say bad beat. That was a bad beat, boys. It was
Virginia
was the right side.
Iowa was a disrespectful line.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit disrespectful.
I mean, honestly, it shouldn't have been that close. I thought it was a blowout win, but Iowa kind of just let them get back in the game. But yeah, my second play was Oregon. I was right about them. Great bounce back spot. Just played well offensively, finally, and defensively. Just blew them out by 40. So that was an easy winner. 1-1 today, looking to sweep today. So stay tuned, boys.
I was also 1-1 with you guys yesterday. Hit Illinois first half, but Cal Fullerton did not come through for me late night. Illinois kind of controlled that first half. Fullerton, I thought the line was a little bit off there, but I mean, Wyoming might be for real, boys. I think I'm going to have to give them a little bit more respect than I've given them.
Respect,
little respect, boys. But
respectful line.
We do want to hop on and talk about the games today. You guys don't care too much about yesterday's games. So let's get into it, boys, with our plays for today. Each of us, guys, like every episode, we're going to give you guys 2 of our VIP plays out here right live on the pod. Remember, guys, this is all sponsored by Bet Karma, Karma Nation. We appreciate everybody for hopping on with us. But we will start with you. We beat the spread because I think we always start with you. I think our host here would be happy. He loves starting with Ben. So the first game that we want to go over, you can take it away here, and then we will go to Slam, and then we'll go to myself, and we'll give out our first picks of the night.
Yeah, so my first one is actually going to be an ACC Big Ten Challenge. That's going to be quite a fun event over the next day or two here. I'm going to be going with Minnesota here, and if some of the followers know, I am from Minnesota, so if there's a little bit of bias, there might be. But when you look into it, Minnesota actually is the right play tonight. On the outside, these are two really, they lost their offenses on both sides. They're just completely gutted offensively. New coach from Minnesota. Pittsburgh lost basically their entire offense, all 5 starters. They had 2 who were supposed to return and basically lead the offense, Nike Sabande and Horton. Sabandi tore his ACL and Horton is suspended indefinitely. So sadly, they do not have them, and you can really tell. I mean, they look like they're lost. Pittsburgh lost to Citadel. They lost to UMBC. Those were home games. This one's also a home game, but I don't think that's too big of a deal for Minnesota. They've been playing on the road and on neutral courts, and they're still 5-0. You know, I don't completely discredit, because you could say, yeah, Minnesota's been playing trash teams, but I mean, they beat Western Kentucky, who's a pretty respectable program, and they have been winning their games. They beat Princeton too. It was in overtime, but by 7. This line's sitting at minus 2.5 right now. So, I mean, that's just a 1-possession game, free throws at the end. So basically, it's like a money line pick with a few free throws. And I really like them to take care of it here, because they've shown they can win, even with their new offense. They have playmakers. They spread the ball out well. They got Jamison Battle, Peyton Willis, Sean Sutherland, Elijah Stevens. You know, they have some good names. What the new coach really did, Ben Johnson, he took kind of the best players from those mid-tier teams, and he got a lot of good transfers. So, yeah, it's a completely new team, but it's not like they're nobodies or a ton of freshmen. Actually, most of those guys are seniors. So they're an experienced team. Pittsburgh's a really young team. They have mostly sophomores. They don't have too many guys who are seniors. I think they have 1 senior starter. I might be wrong on that, but I think 1 senior starter. So, I mean, really, when I break this all down, it just looks to me like Pittsburgh hasn't found their way yet. They haven't shown that they can get consistent wins. Minnesota has shown that they have, even if they're not against the best teams, which I don't consider Pittsburgh a top team. I mean, they're a bottom ACC team right now. So I definitely like Minnesota to kick off the Big Ten ACC battle here.
Yeah, that's an interesting game. I am also on Minnesota tonight with you there, Bent. I think they do get it done. Chris, we'll head to you for the next game. Give us another game of the night for yourself.
Let's jump right into the Indiana and Syracuse game. Line is -3, 2.5. Indiana favored on the road. So, I mean, if we break down this game, you know, Indiana 6-0, undefeated. All wins have been at home. Impressive opponents so far. I mean, okay. I mean, St. John's is probably their best one they played. Got the win. It was like 78-76, I believe. Close game. Mike Woodson has done a good job with his team. He, changed up the defense. I think they're ranked number 1 in the defensive 2-point efficiency. But they defended 3 pretty well. And Trace Jackson is playing great right now. I think he scored a career high 43 points again against Marshall last game in a comeback win. But now they're getting on the road to Syracuse, which has struggled defensively. They play that 2-3 zone. And if you look at most of their games, opponents have been just shooting lights out from the 3. That's pretty much how you beat the zone. And they haven't found their rhythm and chemistry on the defensive end. But now they're at home, getting that +3. I think if you did like Indiana in this spot, I think the value there is gone. I think the value here is all on Syracuse, since that line has been pushed all the way up to +3 at some books. I think I saw +3 and now some buybacks at a lot of buybacks at 3. So now it's down to 2.5 again. I like Syracuse in the spot. You know, Indiana's, it's their first true road game. I mean, I said it with Iowa yesterday, and unfortunately, I didn't work out. It was a close game, but I like Syracuse here +3 at home. And eventually, I think they're going to get it. They're going to get it. They're going to pick it up on defense. The 2-3 zone is hard to play, and I think as games go on, they're going to get better at playing that defensive 2-3. And Indiana's, they're also a great not 3-point. They're also a great defensive team as well. So I do lean to the under here. I think if it goes under, it might be Indiana's game. But if it goes over, might lean to the Syracuse side, because I think Syracuse is due their offense is due, and I feel like being at home, they're gonna get clicking. Their defense is going to be, playing better than they have been. And yeah, I like Syracuse plus a 3. Also like them to win out right here.
All right, good breakdown there from Chris. I'll go next. Again, guys, if you guys have any comments you want to ask about any games, we'll do our best to answer. Obviously, we don't count every single game on the slate, but we'll do our best if we can get to any of your guys' questions for specific games. And again, we thank you all for joining us. But yeah, well, I'll take the next one, guys. I'm going to break down, it's one of my games of the night, this Duke game. We've been talking a lot about this game kind of off air as well. But a lot of people saying this line just kind of doesn't make sense. And to be honest, it doesn't in a lot of ways. But let's get into it tonight because this is going to be probably the game of the night. I'm assuming it'll be the most bet on game overall. But I'm going to say this, right? So I was talking about this earlier. I think it's almost like the fake trap here that we were talking about. The line is so off to me. Chris is going to laugh at me for this. But it's the it's the
You think it's disrespectful? Think it's disrespectful?
Disrespectful.
This may be the most disrespectful line of the year, okay?
Of the year.
Duke team, I think you take Duke, okay, alternate line minus like 17.5. I think Duke here in this game, though, in all seriousness, is pretty safe to take. This thing shot up because I took it earlier at minus 130 on the money line. Now it's up to minus 170. So it's gonna really keep going up in this game. At this point, don't take money line at minus 170. I mean, that's too much juice there, but I think minus 3 is safe. I seriously did take an alternate line for Duke at minus 15.5 because I think they just absolutely roll in this
minus 15.
Minus 15.5, yeah, because that's
is that really a line? Is that really a line?
Yeah, you can get alternate lines anywhere. Look on the BetKarma app. You could use the tool.
Cool.
Anyway, so yeah, we basically this is the game tonight, though. I think this is the fake trap of the night, right? I said this is like seeing the blue moon. You get these every couple times a year. The odds makers, they want to mess with you. They don't know what to set the line at for Duke because Duke's that good. They're terrified of Duke. Mm-hmm. So Duke's going to win this game. They're going to beat them up inside. They're going to beat them up outside. Ohio State's a good team, but we've seen Ohio State struggles. They barely beat Florida, comes back, beats them there. They have a close game. They have that buzzer beater, Chris. I know that saved us, but they've been tight in a lot of games. I don't think they're a bad team, and it is the first road test of the year for Duke. And Chris, you said it too earlier, maybe, or Ben, one of you said it too. Maybe this is because they had that big Gonzaga win, so the Bucks think letdown spot. But I think they had enough time in between the games. And this is a team with Coach K. They're always going to be focused. They have the best player in the country. I really do think Duke rolls in this game, and I think people are going to think oh man, look, I'm sharp for taking Ohio State. Nothing sharp about a loss, boys. Nothing sharp about a loss. So I'm going to be with Duke tonight.
Yeah, Wendell Moore is going to drop 30 tonight.
Yeah, easy. I'm
yeah, man.
Easy 30.
Parlay that over. Parlay his over with the alternate line.
Yeah, real
Same
quick.
Game parlay.
Real quick. I mean, yeah, I also think that the odd makers are thinking letdown spot here after a big win like that. That's why the line is, I think it was at 2. Now it's up to 3.5. I mean, dude, everyone in the world is taking Duke tonight. So I'm not on this game. I'm laying off, unfortunately. But I like Duke, but I also like Ohio State in this spot. I mean, Duke got a good win. I mean, it was in a neutral site. But again, they're on the road, a true road game for this team. Going to Ohio State, it's going to be tough. What is it? I think it's the top 10 probably hardest places to play. I was reading something like that. But again, true road game. But they're also well coached. So I mean, I can't say that they're going to have a letdown spot or not be, not going to perform well on the road here. But yeah, this line is weird to me. And if you like Ohio State, I would just wait till game time because I think that line is going to be just jumping all the way to probably like 4.
What do you think it closes at?
Well, one aspect of this game is what do you think the line would be if Duke was at home? Because I mean,
like 7.
How much?
7.5.
Yeah. Like how much
Yeah,
is
like 7 or 6.
the location affecting this one? And another aspect too is like people are acting like Gonzaga, it's their most recent big win, but they beat Kentucky too, who's like a top 10 team.
And
in my
real quick
opinion.
about that Gonzaga game. Did you see the Gonzaga game yesterday? It kind of made me like think, and I'm like,
I think that
bro,
was
is
just I think that was
Gonzaga
an
not that
anomaly.
good? Like they were
Nah,
struggling.
that was
against,
an anomaly.
I tweeted out my rankings and I had Purdue won. Everyone got on my case. Like I don't think Gonzaga is elite at the guard position where they were last year. So they're good.
right.
Very true.
They have good guards, but they're not elite at the guard. I mean, they're still inside with Chet and Timmy, but
I mean,
overall they had to replace Ayayi, Suggs, Kispert. I mean, they're like
Mhm.
big pieces that you lose. And I know that they bring in some guys, Bolton too from Iowa State. Like they can play, but they're not elite in my opinion.
Mhm.
Compared to last year. But yeah, no doubt. All right, guys, let's move it along here. Again, if you guys have any questions, we did just get a comment from Timmy16. Too many numbers, but Timmy asking us about a game tonight between Boise State and St. Louis. I don't know if either of you. I thought one of you actually did say something about this game.
I was looking at the game. Boise State coming off an embarrassment. I think one of their worst offensive performance in program
39
history.
points, man.
Lost
39
to
points.
what is it, Bakerfield?
Yep.
Shouldn't
Chelsea
have
Baker.
lost that game, but they played terrible, and now they're favored at home against a really good St. Louis team. That line is weird to me. I think in this spot, it's just like, I don't know, just don't overthink it. I would definitely take the points with St. Louis, but again, it's a weird line. Boise is at home. They play good defense, but with their offense, score enough
Boise-
points because St. Louis can score, right?
They can't. Boise State can't score.
Boise-
just
No, I'm
shot-
talking about
Boise's
St.
not even
Louis.
shooting.
No, I know. I'm saying Boise State can't score. They just shot.
Yeah, they're
6
terrible
for
offensively.
32. Dude, they shot 32 threes in that game. They made 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what is that, like 20. That's under 20.
But if I had to play it, I'll take the points here.
yeah, I don't understand how you take 32 threes.
But I'm off
and
that game.
make 6.
It's too weird.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, no, I'm with you guys for sure. All right, let's move along. We do have a couple other comments, but real quick, guys, we have about 15 minutes left, a little bit under that. So let's get the rest of our 3 picks tonight. Again, if you guys do have any more comments, drop them. We'll get to them at the very end, but we'll try and get
We
through our
talk
picks
about Purdue.
this round. Chris, we'll start with you for this round. Then we'll go to you, Ben, and then I'll take the last one. Give us your second play.
I'm rocking with Purdue here in this spot. Minus the 11.5 going up against Florida State. Florida State starting point guard is out, and their 2 centers are out. Okay, guys. So Purdue, they were what? They're number 2. So I feel like they feel disrespected, They're a little disrespected. I know Duke beat the number 1 team.
Disrespect.
Yeah, they're feeling disrespected. So I expect them to come out fired up for this game at home against a Florida State team that's probably going to make the tournament, but they have a couple guys out. I just don't see them matching up well against this Purdue team that is balanced all over the court. They can shoot from the 3, they score in the paint. This Purdue team is hot right now, guys. They've covered almost every game. It's hard to fade them in this spot. But I'm backing the Purdue, and you know me, I was big on Purdue since the start of the season. And I feel like they they should be number 1. They've been blowing out teams. They played North Carolina, and they played Villanova, which they came back and won by like 10 or so. So they feel a little disrespect. Look for them to make a statement today. And they're playing at home, so look for this crowd to be fired up for this game, man.
You guys think Purdue's the best team in the country from what you've seen?
Yeah, for sure.
That
Purdue
think-
is the best.
Yeah, I think so, but I still
love
think
them,
we need a
dude.
few
And
more
the
games.
experience they have, right, with Williams and Stefanovic, like they have some veteran guys too. Matt Painter's a great coach. I mean, I think when the time comes in March, they might be the toughest out. Really, without a doubt.
Nerd.
All right, Ben, what's your thoughts? Give us your second game of the night that you're eyeing up here.
All right, so I need you to hang with me here.
Okay.
If you're
Okay.
not a fan of small schools or teams you don't know the names of, you might not like this one. But hang with me. All right. Bellarmine Knights. I already took
Against
them on
West
this show
Virginia.
a few nights
Love
ago.
I knew it,
and they
bro. I knew you were
covered.
gonna play that game.
We're
Mm-hmm.
going Bellarmine plus 17. Now hang with me. I know a lot of you are like, Bellarmine who? Like, who's their mascot? What are they? They're the Knights. It's their second year as a D1 program. First year they went 10-3 in conference play. Now, I don't care if they play in a horrible conference, because they kind of do, but they still went 10-3 in their first year as a D1 program. And either way, that's pretty impressive for their first year. So I wouldn't count them out as any team. And they've actually shown, I mean, they have the number one hardest schedule in the nation right now. They have played some crazy teams. They've already played Purdue, Gonzaga, and UCLA. I mean, like, that's insane. And one of those games against UCLA, they only lost by 13, which would already cover this 17 number against UCLA in a neutral court. They played at St. Mary's. They only lost by 9, which would also cover this number. And West Virginia is arguably worse than both those teams, definitely UCLA. So, I mean, I don't think this is any number that's crazy for Bellarmine. They've showed that they can hang. I mean, they shoot 55% from inside the perimeter, and they've played 4 top 10. They've played more teams inside the top 10 than they have played outside the top 10. And they're shooting 55% inside the perimeter. So they definitely have an offense. I don't care what you say. Bellarmine is a pretty decent program. So I will be taking plus 17. West Virginia isn't even like necessarily a dominant force to be reckoned with. I mean, they won by 7 against Oakland, won by 15 against a Pittsburgh team, who I'd argue Bellarmine's actually probably better at Pittsburgh at this point, just because of Pittsburgh. They just lost their entire team, and that's actually who I'm playing against on my other play. Beat Elon by 19. Who's Elon? Most people don't even know. Eastern Kentucky, they beat by 3. So, I mean, they're not blowing out teams in any crazy fashion. I'm just not – obviously, West Virginia is a better team here. But, I mean, that's a pretty high – you're asking a team to win by almost 20 points when they haven't shown any real blowout potential. I think they have 1 blowout win. And Bellarmine has already shown that they can shoot well and that they actually have an offense and an okay defense. I'd say they're more of an inside-the-perimeter offensive team. They can get some offensive boards. I don't think they're any team to be discounted. And I think part of why this line is actually as high as it is, and in fact I know why, is because they're such a new team. You know, the public is heavy on West Virginia right now. I'm seeing like around 70% on West Virginia. And it's just because no one knows about Bellarmine. They're a very new program. They just don't have the respect. This is a disrespectful line to Bellarmine.
Hey.
So, I mean, Bellarmine plus 17. I rode Bellarmine a lot last year. They were like plus 30 something against Duke last year, I think, on the road. I remember that was the first time I played them. They only lost by like 25 or something. They're not a horrible team. I just don't think anyone knows about them yet. So there's pretty good value with them, at least for right now, until the books catch up to it. So,
Ben, I wanted to ask, because I like this play too. What do you think first half Bellarmine plus 9 instead of doing the full game? Do you think they stay in it early, or do you think it's one of the opposite where they come back a little bit later?
Yeah, honestly, West Virginia, they have an okay defense, but I just really like Bellarmine because, I mean, if any team can be inside the top 50 in inside the perimeter shooting percentage against some crazy teams, I mean, they literally have the number 1 overall hardest schedule.
They've
and
played.
They don't have any blowout losses.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't remember UCLA. I think they're down 11 at half against UCLA on the road. In fact, I just looked. Yeah, they were down 11 against UCLA at half. So, I mean, on the road. I mean, that's crazy to me. So, I don't know. I think this team can hang for sure.
Before I get into my last one, guys, we just got a comment saying, "Is that we beat the spreads max?" So people want the max play again on the pod here, Ben. If you have it, that game starts soon enough. But if it's not, what's the max one?
Bellarmine would definitely be max. But I think they are still a new enough team that they just don't.
You say max?
Yep, max.
He said max. Yeah.
Yep, on Bellarmine.
All right.
I like the Knights.
Let's go.
I like the Knights. I think they have a good coach. I just like them. And they built a pretty good program. Scott Davenport, he's doing a pretty good job over there.
Andy, if they cover, can you order a Bellarmine jersey and wear it on the next podcast?
I will be ordering a Bellarmine.
I don't even know if they sell. We would probably have to look a little hard.
Dude, if I have to email, I'll email the school admin. I'll get it done.
Bro, where is
I mean,
Bellarmine?
Dude, honestly,
Handy, where is
No.
Bellarmine?
Bellarmine is in Louisville.
Oh, okay.
Where's that
So-
school at?
Straight down the street. Swampman 90 asked the best upset of the night. So I'll ask you guys, what's the
Bellarmine outright.
Ooh.
Bellarmine money line.
All right, that's a good
Oh,
dog. That's a good dog.
No, I don't think they win it outright, but they
Um,
could keep it within double digits.
My dog of the night, if I had to say, would be. Let me look.
Don't say Florida State.
No. I think Purdue's gonna.
it has to be
I like
like a
Florida
big
State.
spread. Though. It has to be like a big spread, not like.
All right, give me Hawaii upset in Santa Clara because
Okay.
I love Hawaii. They're a good enough team. Santa Clara's been a little hot to start the year.
Yeah.
Snake bite them.
Exactly.
Give me the Rainbow Warriors.
I don't think it really counts, but Clemson, they're what are they +1? I don't think it really counts. Is Geo Baker out? I actually couldn't
No, that
even
doesn't
find
count.
if he's
I don't
out.
think that counts, Andy.
All right, that doesn't count. All right,
Who's
well,
out, bro?
Yeah, I want to say Detroit might get their first win, but they're so bad. You guys
Tigers?
look at the Detroit game? No. Against Northeastern. Fuck,
Northeastern?
dude.
No. I didn't look at that.
I was
one's
looking at
not
that game
intriguing to
earlier.
me.
I thought the
Yeah.
line was a little off to me. I know Detroit hasn't covered a single game yet. They play good offense, they just can't play any defense. But the line is 6.5.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's a little close to me, but I think Detroit could get it done. Could get that win on the road.
I like it. All right, guys. My last pick though was actually gonna be Rutgers, so I'm not that happy Ben said Clemson, but I do
You
think
know
Rutgers,
Geo Baker's out?
it's a done. I thought he was playing, and
I think he is.
Let me check.
I just look.
That's a
lot
pretty
of
big
things
deal
you
to
can tell
me.
by their Twitter, and the only thing he has on his Twitter is like the NFT things, like the.
Oh shit.
He's
It's
like a-
questionable still.
Yeah, he's like hyping them up. But if Baker goes, Harper goes, he will go. I think Clemson's being a little overvalued here in a road game. I don't think Clemson's as good as they've played. I faded them a couple times with some success against Bonnie's. That game was kind of
You
crazy.
think Rutgers is good?
Yeah, Rutgers, they're good. Yeah.
Who they lose to?
Rutgers play? Have you watched them?
Yeah,
Who
no,
they
Rutgers.
lose to?
They're gonna heat up. I think
Yeah.
Harper's gonna be the
They're
best
due,
player on
right?
the floor, and he's gonna do his thing. I
No
like
way.
Rutgers tonight. At
Yeah.
home, it's a tough spot for the Tigers, so I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it tonight.
I don't know, man. I feel a
for Rutgers.
disrespectful line for Clemson here, man.
It's
Disrespectful.
yeah,
That
that
disrespectful, man.
the most
Rutgers
disrespectful line
favored.
tonight is Duke. Just remember that. If Duke wins tonight, I'll get a Duke jersey. Andy gets a Bellarmine.
I'm getting a Bellarmine jersey because
What do
they
you
are
get?
covering.
Who'd you bet on again?
Syracuse. So I'll be with Lear Locks.
There you-
Cheering on
on
Going for-
Syracuse.
You're cheering for Boeheim, yeah?
Look at his
Shout out
ass.
Lear Locks if you're in this chat. Shout out Lear Locks. Let's go Syracuse.
Shout out Larry Locks. Yep.
I'm seeing Geo Baker as doubtful.
That's good.
So
Yeah, that's good for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always good.
it's showing he's a game time
I
decision.
mean, I like when the best player's out because then it makes the other guys step up.
Not even their best
No.
player, bro.
He's the
Ron
second.
Not even their best player.
Ron Harper.
Yeah, Harper's the best player.
Harper's probably their best player.
Uh,
Before we wrap it up, boys, we have 3 comments. Do you guys want to bang them out, and then
Let's get it.
Uh,
Let's get it.
we'll hop off? All right. So this is from Flowerboy91.
Flower Boy.
Some cool names.
Flower Boy.
Asking us about this Wake Forest Northwestern game. He says, "Why are
Ooh.
Wake Forest why is Wake Forest a favorite or dog tonight?" I'm guessing this is a road game for them, right? But what's your guys' thoughts on this? Because they've
No,
been
Wake Forest
impressed.
is at home. Wake Forest is at home.
Yeah. Wake's at home. Did I say it backwards?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I think you said it
All right.
backwards.
Yeah, just call it what I did wrong, Chris. I'll be back. But what's your guys' thoughts on this game?
My initial thought is it's a little too close to call, but if I had to lean, I would go Northwestern. I'd actually go with the over in this one. They both play a pretty good pace from what I've watched. I've seen a few of both their first games. They play a pretty good pace. Northwestern really takes care of the ball. They limit their turnovers pretty heavily. So I mean, that's a good news because on the road that can be a big thing. When the crowd gets loud and that type of thing, that's when you usually make those mistakes, especially those younger guys. So turnover percentage is a big deal for me on the road because I mean, if they're taking care of the ball, they're getting their good shots up and they shoot pretty well. So they both play pretty fast paced. I think it's gonna be a little more of a shootout than we think. But I'd lean Northwestern. It's a little too close to call though. This one's hard for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would lean that way as well as you guys. This is from Eric asking us about this game tonight that we've already gone over. But he says, do you guys think that Duke will become – let me see. This guy's smart. He said, do you think Duke will almost become – this isn't really true – a dog because everyone on Twitter will take Ohio State? We know about the Twitter versus the public. There's always the Twitter fave and then the public fave. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like it'll still probably be Duke. Don't you guys think? I can't imagine, Ohio State takes over Twitter tonight.
Yeah. Now, Duke, there's one thing I thought, I don't know if there's any truth to this, but what aspect do you think Coach K's last season, I know we talked about this a little bit in the group chat earlier, but what role do you think Coach K's last season has on these players? Obviously, they have a really good team. It's not like they don't have talent. They're just playing out of their minds for no reason. Like, they have talent. They have some great players. But, I mean, what do you think that has any impact? Like, do you think they're more motivated? Because this team will forever be – if you think about it, this team will forever be known as Coach K's last team. Like, this is historic for him. Like, it's his last team ever. So you'd think they, like, want to do amazing, go undefeated, and win it all. But I don't know. Do you guys think that has any impact?
Yeah, I do and I don't. I mean, I think – I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
I mean, yeah, Handy made a good point there.
And he's making good points, yeah.
He's making good points. Definitely.
He's making me think more than I want to.
I mean, I feel like it's going to put some pressure for sure, added pressure.
Yeah, it's added pressure too.
But I mean, they got 5-star recruits, man. They got good players. They're well coached. I see they're coming into Ohio State and playing. They're the Duke game. They're a number one team for a reason. But again, man, if Ohio State was to win this game, they would have to play. They would have to score actually, and keep pace. Keep pace.
They got to score more points than Ohio State, right?
Yeah, but
you got to put it in the basket more.
I mean, who on Ohio State can contribute besides EJ? Like
I don't think that's the thing. Like
Duke has players. They have so many players that can contribute, and it's hard for me to back Ohio State. I mean, I know the line.
I like Jamari Wheeler a lot. I think he could be another look for him. But
what about Soto? TikTok Soto.
No, TikTok Soto is about it.
TikTok Soto, yeah.
Who's the guy who won the game for us? Brown, I think. I forget who hit the shot.
LeBron's nephew, right?
Yeah.
Young?
Yep.
Was it
LeBron's
Young?
nephew.
Was it Eugene? No, it wasn't. I don't know. It was someone. Someone made the shot, made us happy. But, yeah, I don't think they can keep up in this game. That's what I mean. Like, I wanted to back Ohio State, right? I was like, lines off. But then, I mean, there's nothing that could get me to back them. I know it's home, but, like, I mean, at the end of the day, the rims are the same size, right? Ball's the same. I think Duke gets it done.
To our knowledge, yeah.
All right, guys.
So if Duke wins, you got to get sorry. If Wendell Moore drops 30 tonight, or we'll say 25 plus, you got to get a jersey. Wendell Moore jersey.
Wendell Moore.
This guy loves Moore.
Yeah, I kind of rather just get a Paulo one.
Yeah, Paulo's better, bro.
I have to get a Bellarmine jersey once they inevitably cover, because they will. In fact, plus 800 money line is probably a pretty good look. So Bellarmine will take care of it.
All right, guys. Our last question before we wrap it up. It's from Cam Stacks, asking us about this Cincinnati and Miami, Ohio game. This one is kind of weird.
That one's tomorrow.
Oh, is that tomorrow? All right.
Yeah,
Cam Stacks, you're a day late, man. Well,
we could still cover it, though, because we don't have a show tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't have a show tomorrow. All right, yeah, we can take that. What do you guys have? I mean, I know you probably didn't look at it because I haven't looked at it a ton. But Cincinnati is -2.5. What do you guys think about this game? Because they've been impressive. They've knocked off Illinois. What's your guys' thoughts?
I mean, Miami, Ohio hasn't really played anyone, have they?
Not of like no.
Yeah,
That's a weird line.
Cincinnati, yeah, dude. I mean, to be honest, you have to like ask yourself: was it just a fluke that they blew out Illinois, or was it really like that good? But then they dropped the next game to Arkansas, so it's like, was that a fluke, or was Arkansas a fluke loss? It's like, are they actually a good team? I mean, they have some decent wins already.
But Arkansas is like a good loss, right? Like they almost won that game. They were like ahead.
Yeah, I think they lost right at the end.
They didn't
So,
cover. Yeah,
mhm.
I remember that. That was an ugly ending.
But that's their real only like bad. No, I lied. They just lost to Monmouth. But I mean, bounce back spot on
Bounce back
Cincinnati.
spot?
Yeah,
Good
it's
one.
on the road, but
We'll
that's
see
kind of a tough
tomorrow.
one, in my opinion.
All right. Well, let's just before we wrap it up, guys, give our picks, our 2 picks. So we'll do a rapid speed because we went 5 minutes over what we normally do. Chris, we'll start with you. Just give us the 2 picks that you got. Just remind.
Syracuse plus the 3, and I'm taking Purdue minus the 11.5.
All right, Ben, what you got?
I'm going Minnesota minus
I'm off the Duke
2.5.
game, so nothing on that game.
Yeah, Minnesota minus 2.5, and then Bellarmine money line plus 800. No, I'm just Bellarmine plus 17.
No, he's not kidding, bro. Take
if you wanted some sort of long shot, I'd throw like Bellarmine and then maybe one other team in like some long shot parlay like for plus 800 money line. But no, not a real play. But
All right, and then mine are Duke. I took the money line earlier. At this point, I go Duke minus 3 or 3.5, whatever you got, and then I'm taking Rutgers on the money line. All right, boys, another good episode. Thank you to Slam the Bookie. We beat the spread. Make sure you guys follow them on Twitter. Dead Prez Picks, closing it up. Thanks to our friends at Bet Karma for sponsoring another episode of Ball Don't Lie. And we will be back on Thursday, correct? We'll be back Thursday with another episode, 3:30 Eastern time. Thank you guys, and best of luck tonight on the picks.